Shakespeare hardly needs an introduction. Born in 1564, he was an English playwright, poet, actor, favorite dramatist of kings and queens, inventor of words, master of drama, and arguably the most famous writer of all time. He lived in England during the era of Queen Elizabeth I, of which historians consider the Elizabethan age as a peak of English culture. He is often called as England's national poet and the Bard of Avon.
Macbeth is a play of contradiction and ambition. The protagonist of the play Macbeth is brave and loyal, thane to King Duncan. He puts his faith in his words and the prophecies of three witches. After their first one, that he will become the Thane of Cawdor, comes through, bolstered by the prophecy and Lady Macbeth, his wife's encouragement, he kills King Duncan and takes the throne. Afterwards, Macbeth's guilt, fear, and paranoia leads him to commit even more murders to secure his powers. His confidence in the prophecies eventually leads to his downfall, and he is overthrown and killed by those he has wronged. So brace yourselves to witness the presence of evil in the virtuous and good in the wicked, because life is a mingled yarn.
A war between Scotland and Norway. Duncan, the King of Scotland, is pleased to hear from a bleeding soldier who runs away from the battlefield about the victory of Macbeth and decides to confer the title of Thane of Cawdor to Macbeth. The king sends his attendants Rose and Argus to inform him about his new title.
On the other side, while returning from the war victorious, Macbeth and his companion Banquo meet the three witches. The witches address Macbeth as the Thane of Cawdor and predicts that one day he would become the King of Scotland. They also inform Banquo, though he will not become the king, but he will indeed beget kings. Rose and Argus inform Macbeth that the King Duncan sends them to inform him about his new title, the Thane of Cawdor. Shocked and impressed by the predictions of the three witches, Macbeth starts dreaming of becoming the King of Scotland and plans to kill King Duncan. He writes a letter to Lady Macbeth informing about this, and together they decide to kill King Duncan.
King arrives at his castle for dinner. Macbeth becomes double-minded and drops the idea of killing the king, but the forceful Lady Macbeth instigates him to kill the king. He then murders the king, assisted by Lady Macbeth, and smears king's blood on the daggers of the sleeping guards. The next morning, a nobleman called Macduff goes to his room to awake him and discovers that the king has been murdered. Before further investigation can take place, Macbeth kills the guards, insisting that the daggers smeared with Duncan's blood are proof that he committed the crime.
All started criticizing Macbeth. To bring the situation under control, Lady Macbeth pretends to faint and falls down. King Duncan's sons, Malcolm and Donalbain, fearing for their lives, flee Scotland. And finally, Macbeth becomes the king and the Lady Macbeth the queen.
Macbeth remembers the prophecy of the three witches that Banquo will beget kings. So he sends hired assassins to murder Banquo and his sons. But one of his sons, Fleance, escapes. Lady Macbeth insists Macbeth to thank the three witches. Macbeth meets them and they tell him that no one born of a woman can ever harm him. They also assure that Macbeth shall never be defeated until Birnamwood comes to Dunsinane Castle. Hearing these wonderful words, Macbeth comes back to share this happy news with his wife.
But here, Lady Macbeth's conscience now begins to torture her, and she imagines that she can see her hands covered with blood and goes mad and finally commits suicide. Macbeth also collapses with her.
To take revenge, King Duncan's son Malcolm and Donalbain form their army and with the support of Macduff marches forward to avenge Macbeth. Macduff orders the soldiers to shield themselves with the bows cut from Birnam wood. One of the guards informs Macbeth that while on duty keeping a watch, he could see the Birnam wood begins to move. Hearing this, Macbeth loses his confidence. But still, he gathers his courage as he remembers the second boon by the witches that no one born of a woman can ever kill him. But still, Macbeth is being killed.
Macbeth, a story of contradiction, ambition, fate, deception, and treachery. BIS presents before you Macbeth by William Shakespeare.
badly wounded in the battle. But do not bother about me. Go and help Macbeth and Banquo, who are alone in the battlefield. All others have been killed.
Oh, worthy cousin Macbeth.
Macbeth, who fought so bravely that the opponents were compelled to surrender in front of him. He fought like a goddess of war. I cannot stand. My wounds need to be attended.
Let me confer the title Thane of Cawdor to Macbeth. Ross and Angus,
Yes, my lord.
go and inform Macbeth about his new title.
Yes, my lord. Mike.
so foul on account of the fog, and yet I have never seen such a beautiful day on account of the victory that we have won.
Who are these looking so wild? They do not look like the inhabitants of Earth, and yet we find them here. Are you really alive?
Speak if it is possible for you to speak. Who are you?
We greet you wholeheartedly, Macbeth. We greet you as the great Thane of Glam.
We greet you wholeheartedly, Macbeth. We greet you as the great Thane of Cawdor.
We greet you wholeheartedly, Macbeth. You shall be the king of Scotland in future.
In the name of truth, tell me whether your Macbeth beings.
We greet you, Mango. Your status is lower than Macbeth, yet higher.
You are not so fortunate as Macbeth, yet in a sense, you are more fortunate than he.
You shall beget kings, though yourself shall not become king. Macbeth and Mango, we greet you wholeheartedly.
You shall be kings, or your children shall be kings.
You yourself shall be a king.
I shall be the Thane of Cawdor also.
Anyway, let us go. Stop! Who's there?
They seem to be Ross and Angus.
Macbeth, the king has received the news of your victory with great joy, and on learning how bravely you fought against the rebels in the battle, he finds it impossible to find words to express his own astonishment and your praises. All the messengers are full of praises for you. We have been sent here to give you thanks from our royal master, the king. They are only here to escort you into his presence and not to reward you for your actions. And as a token of a great honor which the king has in mind for you, he commanded us to address you as the Thane of Cawdor. We therefore greet you, the most worthy Thane, which now belongs to you.
Is it possible? Were those creatures speaking the truth?
I am the Thane of Glams due to the death of my father. But how can I be the Thane of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor is still alive. Why do you use for me the title that belongs to other man?
He was, but no longer is. He is alive, but is under sentence of death.
I am the Thane of Glams and the Thane of Cawdor also. But the highest honor made by those creatures has yet to follow. Anyway, thanks for the trouble you have taken. Do not hope that your children shall be kings.
If the predictions of those creatures to be believed fully, their words may excite you to hope for the crowd.
Two of those predictions made by those creatures have come true. Only one more is remaining, which is the most important one for me.
Look, how my companion is lost in thought. The new title, which has been conferred upon my companion, has made him somewhat uneasy. He feels like a man who has put on strange clothes, to which he is not accustomed to.
What is to happen must happen. Time and tide wait for none, no matter what the atmospheric condition may be.
Has the Thane of Cawdor been put to death or not?
My good lord, they have not yet come back. But I have spoken with one who saw the Thane of Cawdor die.
Oh, worthy cousin Macbeth and Banquo. Only a moment ago, I was feeling greatly burdened by a feeling of guilt for not having expressed my gratitude towards you for what you have done.
It is my duty to save you loyally, and that duty itself is a reward for me.
Welcome to this place. You deserve no less a reward. You may leave, my worthy Thane of Cawdor.
Stars hide your light. Let not my wicked and hidden desires become visible in your light. Let my eyes connive with what my hands do. Let me write a letter to my wife informing about this news.
Oh, there you are. politicians met me on the day of my victory. They made a prediction about my future. They addressed me as the Thane of Clams and the Thane of Cowder. They also told that I would become the King of Scotland. King of Scotland? What news do you bring?
The king is to come tonight.
Are you crazy if you say so? Is not my husband your master with the king?
May it please you, it is true.
The approach of an ordinary guest might be announced with the chopping of an ordinary bird. O great Thane of Clams, O worthy Thane of Cowder, O greater than both of these, your letter enabled me to travel a time beyond this present.
My dear love, King Duncan is to visit here tonight.
And when will he leave this place?
Tomorrow.
Oh, that tomorrow shall never be down.
What do you mean?
We shall kill him tonight.
No, we should not do that.
Only if you do that, you can become the King of Scotland. In order to deceive the world, you must carry an expression to suit the occasion. You should carry welcome in your eyes.
We shall discuss this matter later.
This castle has a pleasant situation.
Here comes our honorable hostess, Lady Macbeth.
Where's Macbeth, the Thane of Cawdor? We set our journey together, but he's a faster rider. It enabled him to reach his residence before we could.
He is indeed here. We are your servants. Let me go check if everything is ready.
Yes, everything is ready.
Let us proceed to the dining table. Let us enjoy this day by eating and drinking.
If the murder of Duncan were to end once for all, as soon as it is committed, then it would be desirable to commit it quickly. King Duncan is staying at our house as a guest, to whom we have double responsibility. First, I'm his relative, and now his subject. This should be a strong reason to prevent me from murdering him. Secondly, I'm his host, and it is my duty to defend him against any possible murder and not to stab him myself. What a surprise! What news do you bring?
The king has almost finished his supper.
We shall proceed no further in the plans to murder him. Ye have recently conferred honors upon me.
No, you have to do it. The wine which they have consumed has made them unconscious. You're all fast asleep and snoring. Go and kill him.
No, I'm afraid of going there. But you are a brave woman. You go and kill him.
Are you a man? Are you afraid of getting what you haven't promised? Had he not resembled my father, I could have killed him.
Who is there? What is this noise? I'm afraid that some of the servants woke up and the deed remains undone. An unsuccessful attempt. Anyway, let me go and do it. I have murdered him. Did you not hear that noise?
Why did you bring that dagger with you? It should have been allowed to remain there. Go and put it on the body of the sleeping guards.
No, I'm afraid of going there. I'm scared to think of what I have done.
You are weak in carrying out your purpose. Give the dagger to me. Those who are asleep, those who are dead, are no better than inanimate things. It is only a child who feels afraid to see a picture showing a devil.
The voice said, "Sleep no more. Glams hath murdered. Therefore, Cawdor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more. I have murdered him. I have murdered him. I have murdered him. I have murdered him."
Now my hands are also covered with blood like yours. Come, let us wash our hands to destroy the evidence.
Is the king awake?
No, not yet.
He definitely commanded me to wake him up early.
I shall take you to him.
No, I shall take the liberty of going inside because it's my appointed duty. Does the king leave this place today?
Yes, he does.
Oh! Horror! 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 The heart cannot conceive such a horror. What is the matter?
Destruction has now done its greatest work. A most unholy murder has taken place.
Our king has been murdered.
Someone has stabbed the King Duncan.
What are you saying? The life?
Do you mean Majesty the king?
Go into the bedroom and be down the stone at that side. Do not ask us to describe that sight.
See and then speak yourself.
Wake up!
Wake up,
everybody! Wake up!
Castle bell. Wake up!
Wake up!
Everybody!
Wake up!
What is the matter? On account of which such a dreadful signal has been given to all those sleeping in the house? Speak, speak!
Oh, gentle lady, you should not hear what I can tell you. Oh, Banco, Banco, our royal master, the king, has been murdered.
What a misfortune! What? Murdered in our house?
Such a murder shall be too cruel anywhere.
If I had died 1 hour before this event, I would have claimed that I had lived the most happy life. But now, everything in this world has been reduced to a trifle.
What? What is wrong?
Something has gone wrong with you, and yet you do not know about it. The Lord, the source and the fountain of your blood is no more.
Your royal father, the king, has been murdered.
Oh, by whom? Those guarding in the bedroom has it appeared have committed the murder.
Their hands and faces were all covered with blood, and also their daggers.
Yet, I do feel sorry that in a great anger I killed the guard who killed King Duncan.
Why? Why did you do so?
Who can be simultaneously wise, moderate, loyal and furious? No man can be all this at the same time.
Oh, help me and take me away from here, somebody.
Look after the lady.
Take care of Lady Macbeth.
Attend upon Lady Macbeth.
Let us leave from here. Our tears are not yet mature. Where will you go, brother?
I will go to Ireland. And what about you?
I will go to England. Let us form our own army and come back to avenge the death of our father. Now you have become the king and I the queen. Now we will reign over this country forever. Now you go meet the 3 witches and thank them.
What else you wanted to tell?
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth. Beware of Macduff.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth. Hold all your human powers in contempt, because no one born of a woman can ever kill you.
Macbeth can never be defeated until the great forest of London comes to the high hills of continents.
Oh, that can never happen. Who has the power to tell a forest to move? Where have they gone? Have they disappeared? Yay, who's standing under the pit? Come here.
Yes, my lord.
Have you seen those witches?
No, no, my lord.
Then go and find them.
Yes, your majesty.
Out! Out, damn spot! Out, I say! Out! Out! Out, damn spot! Out! Give me water! Give
life that no one ever born of a woman can kill me.
I know you're the ghost of Banco. Go away from here. Out! Out, Dansport! Out, I say! Out! 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 My hands are covered with blood. All the perfumes of Arabia cannot make my little hands smell better. What is done cannot be undone. Out! Out!
Attendant,
Yes, my lord.
get the doctor.
I shall go, my lord. Here's the doctor, my lord.
Doctor, please attend upon Lady Macbeth.
Yes, my lord.
My lord, this disease is beyond my medical skills. I cannot cure her.
Doctor, please do something.
Well, let me try again. My good lord, she is no more.
She killed herself.
Oh, life is but a walking shadow. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, and signifies nothing.
Soldiers, are you ready? Yes, sir. Let's cut a branch of tree and put it in front of us so that the enemies will not know about our actual strength. Come on, let's move forward.
Yes, sir. My good lord, I should report to you that as I stood up on the hill keeping a watch, at once I could see the forest begin to move.
You are a liar and a mean fellow. If you're lying, I'll hang you to the nearest tree. And what you say is correct. I don't mind you killing me. Soldiers! Soldiers, get ready.
Yes, my lord. Tyrant, show your face and fight with me.
You're throwing away your strength. I bear a charmed life that no one ever born of a woman can kill me.
The spell of your charm. Didn't that land spirit tell you that Macduff was not born as a woman? I was thrown out of the womb of my mother. Charm!
The world has good and evil.